Right. Damn, it's freaking cold. Holy shit. Let's watch some YouTube together. I saw this hilarious video. This is kind of like the stuff that we'd be talking about on the Mirror World podcast, but I just thought this was so perfect. And, we can get into like the meta shit as well. Yeah, it's, as you can see, it's YouTube. YouTubing legacy media company. It's fucking meta, but here we go.
For nearly 20 years, Marilyn Hartman baffled everyone. Post 9/11, she flew the world over and never had a ticket. She became America's serial stowaway. The one thing she's never done is talk about it in depth. How? Why? Will she do it again? Never talked about it until right now.
I don't mind people saying she's a...
It's so interesting when they use music to kind of like frame the situation, like trying to tell the person, the viewer watching it, how you should be feeling. It's like, it's like, is this news? Is this an op-ed? I guess it's some sort of like investigator shit, CBS. I don't know. It's weird.
Because when I look at it objectively, that's all I see is craziness. I purposely remained a mystery because of the crazy factor. This makes it even crazy. You might want to reconsider everything.
Yeah, so crazy, I guess. Like, it's interesting, I guess, foreshadowing some like mental illness shit, or they're using it in some other context, but
like something out of a movie.
Earlier this week, Marilyn Hartman earned the title of stowaway for sneaking onto a Southwest Airlines plane.
Marilyn Hartman
is busted again.
She was arrested.
Serial stowaway
Has slipped through security.
again. Serial stowaway.
Serial stowaway.
Infamous serial
all right, that's pretty
stowaway
dope.
case.
I'm gonna say that editing was cool.
I don't care at all if someone calls me crazy. I mean, the story is crazy.
All right. So you're just crazy, all right?
This call is recorded and subject to monitoring. Call accepted.
Hello, is this Brad Edwards?
Yeah, hi Marilyn, how are you?
I really
Sorry, I don't know how anyone can watch this shit at like even 1.25
appreciate
speed.
you
but-
reaching out to me. That was a very nice letter and everything, and I like your reporting as well. I've given this a lot of thought, and I'm willing to do this.
Can I record this call?
You definitely can record it. That's fine.
And we were off. Like
Where
Marilyn
do they
Hartman
find
herself,
these
America's
props?
serial
Like
stowaway.
even this phone.
We were pen pals
So interesting.
since late 2019, her last attempt to flee for free.
Okay, emergency, this is Michelle.
There's been a Maryland sighting over here.
Can you keep an eye on her for me?
From the Cook County Jail. She wrote she wanted to apologize. My mea culpa to law enforcement, including the TSA. It was not my intention to make their jobs more difficult.
How many times do you think you've done that?
At least 30 times.
The CBS 2 investigators, through a series of
Nice.
sources, public records requests, Miss Hartman's recollections, and more, we've compiled a forensic accounting of her 3 rides. Jacksonville, Seattle, Phoenix, Philly, Atlanta, Minneapolis, San Fran, London. A real catch me if you can, she says, began in 2002.
The first time I was able to get through, I flew to Copenhagen. The second time, I flew into Paris.
It wasn't until some 12 years later she popped on the radar of law enforcement. August 2014, Miss Hartman Sands ticket flew from San Jose to L.A. A judge then warned her, don't do it again. 7 months later.
She's known as the serial stowaway all across the country.
Ms. Hartman has been determined by forensic psychologists to be incompetent to proceed.
I know they keep emphasizing the mental illness, but no, I'm pretty good.
Good?
I mean, you have to have a certain level of competence to pull off whatever the hell she's pulling off. And it seems that it took them, 12 years to even register? This is like, 2002, post 9/11. You'd think that, they'd be able to beef up, I guess, whatever sort of security systems they had in place. But I guess this is a real testament to security theater, right?
Getting away with it. Per law enforcement documents, as early as 2015, Hartman was on the trespass list, known as a serial stowaway, considered a high security risk, and a habitual stowaway.
The thing I've got to tell you, I have never been able to board a plane by myself. I was always let through.
What do you mean let through?
I mean, I was able to go through the security line without a boarding pass.
A year prior to her arrest.
Nice. Damn. Yeah, I literally got off a plane this morning. Got on a plane yesterday, and it's mind-boggling the amount of theater we have in the airports these days, and the fact that she is, there's like three types of people in our society, right? You have people who kind of do the loops, and you have the creators that might create new loops for everyone else, and then you have the people who expose the loops, right? You could kind of see, this is just maybe a very simplistic way to kind of categorize people, but you can have like fodder, creators, and destroyers, right? So she's obviously a destroyer, because whatever the hell she's doing right here is very much making people aware of the how should I say, the facade of our system. That being said, I guess people can complain that, oh yeah, she's a certain like makeup racially, gender wise, whatever, but still, it takes a special type of person to be able to like pull this shit off.
As her last success, January 2018, reports obtained by the CBS2 investigators say Miss Hartman evaded the security process and document ticket check and took a $3,500 flight to London, courtesy British Airways. She'd become omnipresent at TSA checkpoints. Her picture at O'Hare here.
I got by them. This is the thing that is so crazy. By following someone, they would be carrying like a blue bag, and the next thing I know, I get into the TSA line, and TSA lets me through, and they think I'm with the guy with the blue bag.
For her to be able to
Nice.
repeat that over and over, that is just absolutely mind-boggling.
It was remarkably unsophisticated.
It's the unsophisticated types of plans that are most often the most successful.
Professor Jeff Price, once assistant head of security at Denver International, has written this, the textbook on aviation security.
One would presume there would be some dossier at TSA headquarters of the Marilyn Hartman playbook.
Can you imagine fucking studying that shit?
We can't find anything.
They literally should have a curriculum designed around how she's able to get through security, and that should be taught to every transportation.
Actually, that'd be really interesting. If someone has that textbook, DM me.
Security officer out there.
Marilyn Hartman looks like a grandmother. It makes you wonder, would the same courtesy, and by courtesy I mean baffling blunder, would the same courtesy be extended to a young man with olive skin or a mother wearing a hijab?
Let's be real. There's probably other people doing this. Like, most definitely. And they're probably not all grandma-looking people.
Or do we need to think differently?
We definitely need to think differently. We can't constantly be preparing for the last attack. The next attack will not look like that.
So when he uses the word attack, right, there is a militarism to it. What is she really doing? Yeah, she's like a pen tester, like a penetration tester. She's attacking their system and their facade of stability or control. But what she's doing is theft, and theft in our society, again, is omnipresent. It's just like fucking, it's the natural order, because we have these conflicts between different classes of people.
And the next attacker.
Exactly.
When I took the plane,
I guarantee you, every fucking person who's trying to hijack a plane is going to buy their ticket. All right? This is insane.
right, I wasn't happy. I wasn't, I'm going here or there. I was actually in a depressed state of mind.
Diagnosed bipolar, it wasn't a manic episode that set off the flight trigger. It was the opposite. Example, 2015. Back-to-back days, one Midway, one O'Hare. Same clothes, same carry-on. So depressed, she'd admit, her desperation got her caught. Twice.
You literally were feeling emotionally a fight or flight, and you literally took a flight.
That is literally what happened. I'm bipolar, and this is something I rejected for years.
A behavior she says was
It's a pretty dope hobby, though.
born when she was.
There was so much violence and mental illness in the household.
Her life alone. Ill. Not much of note. Until she took off.
TSA's got a possible Marilyn Hartman sighting.
In 2019, Hartman, already on probation, was caught trying to do it again.
They got Hartman in custody. That Maryland, that crazy stowaway. You're kidding me.
Aren't stowaways like hiding in luggage or some shit, or hiding under the decks? It's like, what? Also, I heard yesterday that O'Hare, because it snows a lot, they'll like put out big mattresses for people to sleep on. I thought that was pretty interesting, pretty sick. I was like trying to sleep in the Las Vegas airport. It was
Judge
no good.
Champus is pissed at me for the situation in which I found myself.
I will not be giving her a third probation, the judge said at a hearing this month. Hartman's already been in custody for 500-plus days.
Call accepted.
Hi, Marilyn.
Hi, Brad. Is it a busy day for you?
Miss Hartman had a warmth about her. Was contemplative, writing of the inequities Jim Crow-like in jail. Now on a steady diet of counseling and daily meds.
So you've had a hell of a life.
Yeah, it has been.
Would you consider yourself fascinating?
Yes, I would under the circumstances, and I downplay it.
Yeah.
Brad, I don't. Yeah.
And never did an interview until I was confident that I wouldn't take an illegal flight again. A promise. And a wing and a prayer.
I want the opportunity to apologize for people who I've hurt.
Ms. Hartman's plea deal could be finalized in weeks. The CBS 2 investigators could...
Let's be real, it's super aspirational for like 50% of the population. Like,
could not find anyone, from TSA to airline gate agents to flight attendants, anyone who'd ever been disciplined. Remember, Hartman never had a ticket. We reached out to carriers, Southwest, United, Delta, nothing. American.
So she flew to Copenhagen one way, and how the hell did she get back? Did she like buy a ticket? Like, she went with no money? She literally flew there, stayed in the frick. I guess she didn't exit and just went on the other plane. How the hell did she get past the ticketing? They're not reporting on the good shit, right? Okay, getting past TSA, that's probably easy. How the fuck did she get on the plane? You know, this is the problem with media, you know? It's distracting you.
Said they were aware of Marilyn Hartman and said they had a rigorous process in place to ensure safety.
Fascinating to hear her talk, Brad. So now...
Safety for what? Like, she did this... If she was gonna do something harmful, probably would have done it within like the first couple times she did it. She was obviously she was a hacker, you know, like similar to people just going into fucking NSA shit for fun.
Now, how is she doing physically and mentally?
Yeah, that's been a big question for a long time, Erica. Now, per her, Marilyn says she's never been better. She's never been in custody this long either, so never had the access to health care. Never until now also accepted her diagnosis. So it's been 500 days, health care, right meds, counseling, and more, Erica.
It's like strangely pro-prison, I guess. If you want health care, food, and shelter, get arrested and go to jail.
Good work, Brad.
Thank you.
So... super interesting to just watch how I guess you would kind of call this like mainstream media, like the most mainstream, like how it digests something like this. First of all, it's obviously very entertaining. I like to break up the monotony, I guess, of all the other shit, you know, whatever fucking coup's going on. But like, goddamn. Give us the good stuff. Like, how the hell did she get on a plane without scanning her ticket? And when the flight was full, how the hell did she sit in a seat unless she knew which flights weren't full? Maybe that was a selection process. You know, we can kind of imagine her looking at the gates and seeing it wasn't super full. I mean, that takes a lot of like mathematics, you know, and going down that aisle, kind of like playing Battleship, knowing which seat is, you know, she probably boarded last, you know, so like she had a better chance of sitting in a seat without having a family with their kids be like, hey, I'm actually in the middle aisle, you know what I mean? It's pretty interesting. Anyways, it's fucking late. I'm jet lagged. That was fun. Yeah, fucking subscribe to my YouTube channel, Techfluid. That's YouTube. Search Techfluid, TECHFLUID. And hopefully we'll be uploading some content there. I'm trying to get it up and build it. Cause why not? It's fun. I want to share more of this stuff. And I promise it won't just be us watching YouTube videos. So, love y'all. Salute. Be safe. Good night. Bye. Stay warm.